Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sunny D. Welcome to tonight's show. It is Thursday, the 29th of February. I don't know where the hell my months are, but we're in March. I just had a whole entire moment. I got to pardon me. I've been forgetting. The other day I thought it was Wednesday, so yesterday was it Tuesday? I thought it was Wednesday. I was dead serious about it too. But yeah, if you're listening right now, you're on blogtalkradio.com/GFT Radio Show. If you guys want to join into the topic tonight, phone number is 657-383-1155. Clint, you want to say hi? I forgot about that. This is where my brain is left.
No, you good. What's going on, good people? It's your boy Clint. You already know what it is. About to have a real good show. Got the hot topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this topic for all the people. The topic. I was talking about this with my coworker, and she was like, "That's some real shit." I'm like, "Right? It be happening. It be happening. People be in relationships that they don't know they be in. Like the other person single, they in a relationship. So it happens that way."
Yeah, people in these situationships.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that. We did talk about the situationships. That's back when we had J. Roll on with us. We definitely talked about it a little bit, but I think this is a little bit. It's kind of a side part of this one, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah. We got Willie on the line, Willie.
Hey, what up, though? It's Willie Styles. How y'all doing?
What's good, Willie?
Doing good.
Not much.
Let's get to it.
You said what?
I said, let's get to it.
Yes. So I want to tell y'all how I came up with this topic. I know for me personally, I've been in this situation many times over, more than I like to count. I think I mentioned that on Twitter about how you've been dating or seeing this person or talking to. That's our term. Talking to this person for like months turn into years, and y'all like just never had the title, and because y'all never really define what it is, stuff can happen. Like whether you end up seeing me somebody else and that person mad because you're not talking to them more, y'all kind of fade into black, and then you just start talking to someone else. But that type of situation going on, or you just dating somebody for a long time and it's never defined, but they want you to be like 100% loyal to them, but they're not willing to commit to you. So basically, you find yourself in a relationship, but not really. So that's where I kind of came up with the topic. Clint? I think we just lost Clint. But
yeah. The big thing is, I think a lot of people. Yeah. I think a lot of people, they get involved in relationships and everything, and but they don't want to. I think they don't really want to define it because they're fearing what the relationship is going to mean, or they're kind of feeling like it's going to be restrictive for them, right? A lot of people, they just want to be free and all that kind of stuff. I think they don't really think through about other people's feelings on the matter, and they just kind of, for themselves, it's kind of a protection not to define it. So I think it's more of a way for them to kind of, stay, like I said, free and feeling like they have options, right? Because dating nowadays, I think it's kind of one of those things where everybody feels like, they're vulnerable and they have a lot of games that are being played out there, so they're trying to protect themselves from that in a way.
What?
I have to load down a little bit. Can you repeat the question to me again, please?
I'm just saying, like, why do you think that people remain in situations where they're not, like, they've been dating people for or months or whatever, and up to years, and they haven't, they want you to be loyal to them, but they don't want to commit to you. Like, why do you think that happens?
Oh man, there's so many ways and so many different circumstances that I can answer that. Some of it is insecurity. You feel me? A lot of it is insecurity. You know, like Willie said, they're probably afraid to be hurt. You know what I mean? Scared of commitment or what have you. And, you know, some of it is a control game, too. You know, people like to be in control of situations and, you know, manipulate situations and just use people without never really, you know what I mean? You know, some people like, if I got you, I got you. So I'm going to use you how I want to use you, but I'm never going to commit to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you know, I've seen that situation.
Yeah.
I've seen that situation.
I would be inclined to agree.
Go ahead.
I said I would be inclined to agree. I feel like there's a certain amount of time you should know whether or not you want to be with somebody or not. And at the end of the day, we're grown. So if you want to just be buddies or not be committed to this person, you want to do you want to be single and still be free, then by all means, speak that up. Don't. I find it a problem when you're basically stringing someone along and they're thinking that it's going to be something because they're around you this long. They didn't met the family and shit like that, and it's just like, and then it becomes the thing of how do you introduce each other? Like, do y'all go out to different outings and y'all hang out with each other, go out with friends and shit? Like, what do you say? Hey, this is my friend so and so. That's weird to me because first of all, I have a lot of friends. Like, so you're a friend, and I don't sleep with my friends, so maybe I shouldn't sleep with you since I'm just a friend. And people get like that. Like, and then you get situations where you've been with somebody for years and years on out, and then y'all realize like they end up cheating or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, they can say, guess what, we weren't together, and y'all really weren't.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Like, your feelings could be hurt that they cheated on you allegedly because y'all not together, so they really can't cheat on you. Like, you could be upset in your feelings, but at the end of the day, that person never committed to you. So at the end of the day, you end up making yourself like a fool because you've been loyal, you've just been down for this person and everything, and they just could possibly be doing what they want to do because at the end of the day, y'all not together. And that's where.
And where you are being a fool. You feel me? Like, you are being foolish because if you don't have a conversation and you just hoping, you feel me? You're going off belief or faith, and you shouldn't move like that when it comes to a relationship. You have a faith that it's going to work out, or believe that you're going to be with this person when you haven't had that conversation, any confirmation. You feel me? Like, you just going out on a whim. You just stepping out on
But then
faith.
what if you were? But like, then on the flip side of that, what if you were? What if y'all was talking about the future, this, that, and third, all this other stuff, and 2 years pass and y'all still not nothing, but humping on each other, being on each other all the time? Like, it's not the thing of common law marriage. You know how you've been around. That's why you got. That's another thing. You got a lot of common law marriages because you've been with this person forever. Y'all lived under the same roof for like 20 some odd years. This dude never married you, or this female never chose to marry you, and that's just what it is. Like, y'all have an undefined relationship, and somehow you're supposed to think that this person really got your back, and at the end of the day, they could be doing what they want to do. Like, that's kind of, you know.
I hear you.
I mean, you have a lot of. I mean, I know my mom had what they would consider a common law marriage. Hold on, guys, we got a caller. Caller, you on the line with GFT Radio?
You don't have a caller. It's me.
Who?
Clinton. Smooth.
Oh, Jesus! I thought it was. I'm like, well, you're a regular person. You're a loser. No, I'm saying. Is Willie still on the line? We ain't hear from him. We already over talking, so we might not be giving him no play. Sorry, Willie.
Oh no, I'm still here too.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Is it?
Clint, what was her question? I still can't hear her.
Yeah, I think she.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
I think she's going.
I'm loud.
Nah, you're going in and out. You're fading in and out. The connection
I'm
bad.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't. I don't know why I'm
Basically,
connected, so I don't know.
Yeah, no,
But
Clint,
my
go ahead,
question.
Clint. Yeah,
Go ahead, Clinton, say the question.
Sonny, yeah.
yeah. She was basically she was asking how do you deal with if you've been in I guess a situationship for over a period of time. You know, like I said, you're going out on faith, you're going out on a whim, but you know, how do you deal with that? How do you reconcile that situation? You know, and I said, like she said, you end up feeling like a fool, and my reply was, you are being a fool in a way because you should have that conversation. You shouldn't be in no situation like that for 2 years without having that, you know what I mean, confirmation or conversation about being in a relationship.
Oh, right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely a lot of people going to, you know, they'll definitely, you know, feel like that. But, and I guess if you're saying, you know, if it's a matter of just sticking with it just because you can keep yourself from feeling like you've been played for a fool, then I think that's, you know, that's just the wrong reason to stay in it, right? So, I mean, if that's what you're saying, I mean, I know me myself. If I realize that there's a problem, then I'm ready to talk about it and figure it out, right? And be like, hey, you know, why is this like this, or what are we really doing here? But I know a lot of people are scared to do that, right? Scared to kind of pull that person they're dating to the side and try to establish what's really going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So what is single though? That's I mean, because that's what we want to define first. You know what I mean? What is single? When we get into commitment and loyalty, you know what I mean? What, like, you know, some people say if you aren't married, you're single. So what are the rules of being single and dating?
So, I mean, me myself, I think of single. You know, I mean, you know, 'cause, okay, we've had this conversation before, I think, you know, and I know we've debated it online too, you know, on the social media, and you know, I know that the stance a lot of times, and a lot of people kind of agree, is that if you're not married, you're single, right? And I think that having that stance, me personally, I feel like having that stance really, what's the word I want to use? It not deprecates, but it's like it takes away from the relationship you're trying to have with somebody, and it takes away from, you know, like the seriousness of whatever relationship you're trying to build with a person that you're dating, right? I mean, if you out here just trying to be out here and you're just trying to quote unquote have fun and you're just trying to be, you know, you're trying to be fancy free. You know, I don't know what the word. People use all kinds of different words for it, you know, but they basically are saying they want to have options to do whatever they want, right? And if they feel like they want to be like that, then they, you know, of course, then they're not trying to, you know, have a serious one-on-one monogamous relationship, right? But I think that if you want to have a true monogamous relationship, I think that you have to make some kind of commitment, right? You know, yeah, your technical legal status is never going to stop being single until you get married, but it just has nothing to do with law. We're talking about people's feelings, and we're talking about, you know, human beings, not textbooks, right? And I think that people have to look at it from the standpoint of, if I want to be in a relationship with you, I need you to be in this relationship with me and not with a whole bunch of other people, right? Or if we are going to be able to, you know, go out there and do whatever we want, then we just need to establish that so that now nobody's feelings not getting hurt, or people can make a choice, you know, have a decision in that matter. Because you see it a lot of times. People get where they're in a one-sided relationship where they're like, hey, I'm in this, and this other person is out here, you know, fooling around, you know, be flirting and having sex with whoever and doing whatever they want. You know, they get out there and they're doing what they want, but you're trying to be loyal, right? So I think being single means that you know, if you're going to be, not being single, but if dating, being in a relationship means that you need to make some kind of commitment to that relationship if that's what you really want.
I agree. Son?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, guys. We got a caller.
All right.
Hello, this is Damon.
Damon, what's up, brother?
Hey, Damon.
Hey, that was a great comment from Willie Stars right there. What are we talking about again?
Talk about.
I'm sorry, I had to come in with a joke.
We tried to find what you know what we talking about, man. We tried to find what single is. I know.
No, but go ahead. I'll jump in a second.
Nah, what I was about to ask Tony what was her thought.
What would I define as single?
Yes.
Well, I define single. I kind of agree to a certain extent of, you're single until you're married to a certain extent. Because, and specifically, I've dated people millions of times, or the specialty where I talk to people for a certain amount of time, and it just didn't. Some relationships lasted, even though we never defined it. Some of them lasted like years. But I just feel like you shouldn't do. Because at the end of the day, but then again, I don't know. I don't know how I want to answer this question because it's gonna sound weird from a female. But I do feel like if I'm in a relationship, I'm going to look at it as if we are married, or we're in a tent. If I'm dating you or we're in a relationship, I'm looking at the future. So I'm hoping that we're going to make it to that happily ever after, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to treat you as if you're already my spouse. But at the same token, you have to be cautious because you can treat people, as you say, as your spouse, but you have a title or not. And they can be doing X, Y, Z, and then you on the short end of the stick getting fucked over because they're doing whatever the hell they want to do anyway. And then you end up with I should have cheated because this person been doing what the fuck they want to do from day one. So you have to be cautious.
I look at it like test driving a car. You feel me? Like you ain't gonna buy a car without test driving it first. You feel me? You're not gonna buy something without seeing how it operates first. So I need to know, like, before we get married, I'm like with Willie said, I gotta know if you are capable of committing first. You gotta show me commitment first. You gotta show me loyalty first. You feel me? I gotta know how you handle certain situations before we even get to marriage.
And I get that because you try to marry somebody, you can't be out here humping on everybody and doing all the extra stuff.
Like we
absolutely agree with
have
that.
to
But
be
I just
a couple
feel like
first.
You have to be. Yeah, but at the same time, you got to make sure that. But that's why you have to have like-minded. You have to know who you. It goes back to you knowing who you're dating or who you're in a relationship with because you can't just go like now. Once you're in a relationship, you should know a lot more about that person, a lot more about what type of person they are. Like just certain shit you should have to. You should be paying attention to. You should be paying attention to how they look, how they dress, and stupid shit like that. You should be worried about like how they take care of their finances because there's a lot of situations where people jump into these relationships really quick, and all of a sudden this person can't keep their bills straight. They always fucked up and shit like that financially. And then all of a sudden they can't be there because they're not financially sound. So you should know what type of person you're dating. Like okay, so I'm dating you for a while. I should know certain things about how you handle money. I should know what type of father you are if you have kids. I should know what type of person you are all across the board together. That's the problem.
I mean,
at that point, I'm just wasting my goddamn time.
Yeah.
Because I do have a question for the guys. I do have a question for y'all. Like, because y'all date females, y'all, you know, decide y'all want a relationship. Like, at what point after dating a female do you know that you want to be with her as far as relationship-wise? Like,
oh, that's easy. Well, for me, it's easy. When you can't stop thinking about anybody else, you just want to be with that one person. I mean, guys, no, we don't get hit on as much as women do.
Like months or whatever, or years.
Oh, months? Time limit, it has I don't have a time frame, but it just has to feel right. Like, things develop over time. You know, after 2 or 3 months, you can get a good feeling of you just want to be exclusive to this one person, or it could, you can tell when you want to be just with this one person. Time frame, I don't think you have a really good time frame, but if it takes more than 4 months, I think it's probably time for you to move on. You just don't have feelings for that person like that. You don't have that trust built up where you want to be with that one person, because trust goes a long way, as if you can trust this person with your feelings, your thoughts, and everything you want to do in the future.
I mean, I agree. It shouldn't be no time frame. You feel me? I think that'll cause a problem trying to put a time frame on it. I think it's circumstantial. Every situation different. You feel me? That's like putting a time frame on it would be like, you feel me, saying every woman's the same. So or every man's the same if you're a female. Like, so I think it just go on a woman. I mean, for me, if I'm really digging her, it could be quick. I've met women to where at first I was like, she ain't really, my speed. But then as I got to know her even more, I was like, yo, all right, she dope as hell. Then I've met women that I thought was dope as hell at first, but as times went on, you see she ain't real right. You feel me? And both, it's different time frames. It could be 4 months. It could be 6. You know what I mean? Somebody might not show somebody might not show their ass for a year.
Exactly. Yeah, I was about to say.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, that's the sky. That I'm trying to tell you. That's why I say you gotta go through something. I could speak from like personal situations to where everything was lovely until a real situation arrived. And then it's like you see people real colors. All that what was isn't really what is. It's easy to act one way when everything's going good. But when life hits you, then what? You know what I mean? Then what? Then your character shows. You feel me? You can play that strong. I don't know if females strong. Oh, I handle this. I'm doing this, that, and the third. And then as soon as real life hit them, now they're cowering. They don't know what to do with themselves. But hold on, you was just this strong, independent superwoman a minute ago.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
A little life done smacked you on your ass. Now you don't know what to do with yourself.
Right. So, my thing is, I've had the same situation. I totally agree with you, Clint, because, the thing is that people, one, like you said, they might not show their ass the first week, first month, sometime first year, and then also there's certain situations where people's tendencies will get the best of them, right? I got a good example. Like I was with this woman for a long time, and she kind of showed these hints in the past, but it wasn't like strong. Like it didn't seem, as bad as I thought. Like she seemed to be overprotective, right? But not in a good way. You know what I mean? Like you could tell there was a little bit of a controlling part, piece to it, but it was, I was young. I didn't really understand what was happening. You know what I mean? So as I got older, and we kind of like disconnected, and then we reconnected later on in life, and we started dating, and everything was all great, you know, because it was fresh and new again, and I would say we went a good 2 or 3 months, and no, I take that back. I think we did go about 6 months, and everything was cool. But then I started to realize when she was around certain people, she would kind of, you know, get into that mode again, and you could tell she was just like, she would be like trying to manipulate the situation so that, you know, things would go kind of her way, right? You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, man, you know, and she would be directing it at me a lot of times, you know, not always at me, but a lot of times at me. So I just kind of felt like, you know, it was just too much, and I could tell that it was just going to get worse over time. And as we went a few more weeks and a couple more weeks, as I'm seeing it progress, I'm like, bro, you know, this is not right. You know, this is not what I signed up for. But I was into her for a long time, you know what I mean? And then she started to show her true nature, you know what I'm saying? So I got lucky because, you know, it could have went longer into a point where I might have felt like I wanted to commit to a more serious, you know, a marriage or whatever. You know what I mean? We were in a monogamous relationship, but it was like I could have went even further, you know what I'm saying, and been like, oh, you know, let's get married and stuff. I mean, it could have been that serious, right? You know, but once I made the realization, then I knew I had to back off and do my own thing, go somewhere else. So I definitely agree. I mean, some people, and I dated a woman that after a week and a half, I could tell who she was. You know what I mean? And I could tell I didn't want to be with her. So it can definitely go one way.
Yeah, some people can't hide who they are. You just have to let them know. But that's the same way with females. You know, well, I think with me personally, I really kind of know, like, I kind of, as much as I know I'm a talker, I talk a lot in relationships. I'm all for communication. Sometimes I talk a little bit too much, and I tell on myself a lot. Anywho, in that same token, I listen. Even though I'm yapping my gums, I actually listen and pay attention. I'm more of a pay attention to you and observe you, even though I'm yapping. And I can, like, if I sat down with somebody and told them, like, different things I noticed about them, they look at me like, you crazy. Like, how do you know that? Because they don't think that I was paying attention because I was too busy flapping my gums. But, like, you also have to pay attention not only to what they do, but how they react to certain situations, how they you know, how they address certain things, people in their lives, stuff like that. And you just got to get to know them.
I know one thing. I know. Oh no, this is real random. But one girl, you feel me? She got too comfortable with me too quick. Like, you know, like we knew each other, you know, from school or whatever. Like, we knew each other, but we really wasn't like tight, close knit like that. So when we started talking, I remember like my first time over, I go to her house. She had the door open while she was taking a shit. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
TMI.
Like, now I mean, like, yeah.
Wow,
like,
right, wow.
Yes. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That
Me and my
totally
wife don't even do that.
Yeah, that totally took all the mystique or aura I thought she had. Like, that went out the window immediately. I was like, oh, yeah, this ain't going to work. Like, she's too comfortable.
How long had it been?
Probably about a week, bro.
Wow, that's fast. That is kind of fast.
Yeah, probably about a week. I was like, you know, I just came over there. You know, when you go over to somebody's house to chill, ain't even really thinking about sex or whatever. If it happened, it happened. But we just over there chilling. And then next thing you know, that happened. I'm like, whoa. All right. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's time to go.
You're not going down now, huh?
Yeah. You feel me? That's a little bit way too much, too comfortable for me. Too early. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you never know. You know, you never know how quick you can ready to commit or how quick it can go the opposite way.
Right.
Now,
right.
Yeah, to agree with Clint on timing, you know, you really don't have a time frame because I actually had a long distance relationship starting off. The girl was from Pittsburgh. You know, then she moved to Detroit for some odd reason. I told her at the beginning of the relationship, now that you move here, our relationship is going to change a little bit because we're here on a more personable basis, and we're closer. You're gonna see a lot of sides of me that you didn't get to see long distance, that 5-hour road trip, and vice versa. She didn't believe me. I should have took that as a hint. She's kind of hard-headed and stubborn, and a little naive on a lot of things. But it's whatever. I got a good chance to know her within that time frame after she moved here. I say about 4 months in that she got here, and we was dating for the first, I think, 4 months of our relationship, long distance. So then we moved to Florida together. It's like, I really got to see a side of her after we moved in together. I almost want to choke myself and jump out the window a couple of times, but this is that type of relationship, and I wish I'd have known sooner. But experiences made me better.
All right, I can take that. Quick. I don't want to. We gotta get back on topic, but real quick, because we was talking about how the time frame of knowing you want to, or when you're ready to be in a relationship with a woman. All right, say you're already in a relationship. Say y'all in a relationship. I'm of the mind. See, I've never been married. I never proposed to anybody, but this is how I see it happening for me. And I may be totally 100,000% wrong, but this is how I see it for me. The moment I even feel like, all right, I want to marry you, and the moment I propose, to me, I'm already committed for life then. Already committed to you for life before the wedding and all of that, because I think the wedding is just a celebration of it. You feel me?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Now, that's just how I see it. So, in my mind...
prior to you're not committed?
Huh?
So prior to that, you're not committed?
Nah, you misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. By the time I already asked you to marry me, I'm already committed. You understand? Like, that commitment is already made.
I think he's basically saying by the time when he asks you to marry him, it's the deal is sealed. If you say yes, then the deal is sealed. He's not waiting on the judge or the priest to say it's sealed. He's saying we in this together wholeheartedly 100% now, no going back. This is it. We're not waiting on that specific date to hit. We doing it all now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Do y'all feel any, or are y'all different?
No,
okay,
it's valid. It's 100% true what you said, because what's the point of going through the motions and at the last minute you're like, I said I wanted to marry you, but I'm not feeling the whole loyalty thing. That's totally the point of the celebration of the love. You got to have that commitment first before you say you want to do it. That's a waste of time and energy and emotions.
Okay. Right.
And I know why you're saying that, right? I know why you're saying that because I've been a witness to it. I've seen people go through this where they get into these engagements. They want to be fiance and all that kind of stuff, but they're not really ready. They're not really in it. It's just another step in the dating game for them. You know what I mean? So it's not real to them, and they feel like they can still step out, or they feel like they can still back their way out of it. I mean, technically they can back their way out of it, but you know what I mean? They looking for any excuse almost. You know what I mean? And and like you said, Clint, I think it's really. That's really not right, because what's the point of asking a person to marry you if you're not really ready to be in a marriage, right? And if you're not really ready to be in this life commitment. There we go. I think that's the word we're looking for. This lifetime commitment. Because the thing is that if you feel like you're ready to marry this person, then you should be ready to be committed for life.
Life.
There's no other reason to do that.
It's a lot of people who glamorize the whole wedding. I'm married now. They want to do that whole that color purple. I was married now, but they not looking at the whole, like, all right, you got married. That's the beginning of your new future. That's another relationship. Your relationship, progressing, and they're not realizing it's work in this marriage. They just want the whole. They just want the whole marriage and the whole lifestyle of, oh, we got married, dancing, party, all my friends, we're gonna see this dress. My girl's gonna be in a wedding. My boy's gonna be in the tuxes. We're gonna be flying. The whole party aspect. But they're not realizing it's much more to it than just a party.
It's not even that. I think that people, like we said this on the previous show. I forget what show it was exactly, but we talked about how people get married for the wrong reasons, and they get married just for the sake of saying that they married. It's not even about the party. It's the sake of me saying that somebody married me. But here's and I agree with Clint. I feel like if you're going to propose to somebody or say yes to their proposal, that you want to propose marriage, you should then take that as a commitment. But see, me, I would say for me personally, if I feel like we've been in a relationship and we're talking about future and buying a house and things like this, and we're not only talking but setting these things in motion while in the process of possibly talking about marriage like that. I look at situations like, if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm thinking, like, I'm an overthinker, so I think 10 times ahead. I look at, okay, the type of person that I would marry, type of thing. Like, can I see myself marrying this person that I'm dating? If I can't see that, we can't date, because it's a waste of my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't see me having a future with you, we're not going to make it, because it's at that point it's just fun. And at that point we just going to be buddies. We're not about to be in a relationship. But I just feel like at that point for me, I think I commit quickly, and I show and I'm loyal quickly, because I feel like if I really like you enough and I'm looking at you in the future set, I'm thinking that if we're talking about future, I'm going to be showing you what was like a glimpse of what the future could be, because this is how I'm going to be. Like I just am who I am, and I'm just going to be that person. And if you like it, that's great. But at the same time, you have to. I forget who said it. You have to kind of get in situations where you're like, you know what? If you have an argument or you guys get upset or something that person does is annoying to you, you have to kind of work through these issues. And like we also talked about on the former podcast about compromise. A relationship is not going to be peaches and cream and roses. It's going to have bumps in the road. Is how you work through it. I'm not saying this dude cheated on you 5 times and y'all still holding on and you're ride or die. That's crazy. But I'm saying that if you have like normal problems, like we're having arguments about this particular thing, let's work on fixing this. We got to look at those types of things as well. And I think people drop the ball when they just say, okay, we go through something, they break up. But at the same time, marriage is work, but it shouldn't be a struggle. And I think people just. Go ahead.
I was told from a friend of mine when he got married, I used to work with. He told me, he was like, the key. They was married at that time. This was years ago, but at that time they was probably married over 10 years, probably close to 15 at that time, and still married to this day. He was older than me, of course, but he was telling me, he was like, when we got married, you want to know why we lasted? He's like, nothing changed. He said we didn't change anything. You feel me? He was like, the marriage. That's, I guess, and that's where I got that from him too. He one of the people I learned from, like, don't change nothing. So he was like, him and her, they already had that commitment and that loyalty, prior to them getting married. The marriage and wedding, everything, that was just to formalize everything under the law. But in their hearts and in their minds, they were already life partners. Yeah. You feel me? They were life partners within themselves years prior. And they just formalized it. So, that's why when I came up with it, was like no commitment. If you can't, no loyalty, because you got to be trial by fire in a relationship. Like you said, no relationship perfect. We got to go through some stuff. I got to see how, I'm not one of them type of people that get married in less than a year You know, people do that a lot. I have family members do that. You know, meet
Yeah.
somebody in less than a year, they already proposing. You know, like that's amazing to me. I'm like, how you know somebody? You know, I think we had that topic before too. Like, I don't think you can know somebody that soon. I mean, what really did you go through? You feel me? You know, and some people from the also from the standpoint, like, you got to live together first. You know, you got to see how each other live. You know, and I'm from that. I'm cut from that cloth. Now, I mean, we got to live together first. I got to see. Like, we have to. You know,
exactly.
that test run. You feel me?
Exactly.
We got to test run that.
It's a different ball game.
Exactly.
You might
like, you may live filthy.
You might walk in that situation like, what the fuck? Dude, I ain't gonna this shit. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. You feel me? So that's why. You know. Go ahead. My bad.
That's why I said you got to know about like their financial, how they are with finances. Y'all gonna be living together, and this person might be fucking up their goddamn life and their credit and fucking going downhill spiral. They got all this area debt, and you walking into a debt situation, and now you gotta you have to know those things. You have to, you know, you should know those. You should just know key things like what their work ethic is, like how they, you know, with their financial situation, what their spiritual situation is, because you got a lot of people marrying people that don't know what type of religion they are. All of a sudden you have kids, you got to figure shit out. Like shit, you should know.
Yeah. Right. That's true. That's true too. That's definitely true. I mean, there's a lot you really got to go through, you know, when we say paper, make sure that it all matches up, right? And I think that's the thing is people are too afraid to communicate. Like I said earlier, you know, people if they feel like something's wrong, they don't want to talk about it. If they feel like something's right, they don't want to talk about it. If they, you know, want to be, you know, non-committal, they don't want to talk about it. If they want to be committed, they don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't know how people are dating or how they trying to be in relationships and nobody wants to discuss these things and get to these important matters.
People are afraid of conflict because it's like the same goes with friendships. You got some friends that don't want to hear the truth. No matter how all of a sudden you being funny or, you know, stuff like that. Like you should be able to tell the person you're with, friends or anybody you care about. You should be able to be 100% honest with them, express your feelings without feeling like it's going to be you're the worst person ever. No, this is how this is what's bothering me, and this is how I think we need to fix it, or how we're gonna fix it. Like, you need to talk about things. This is how I feel about X, Y, Z. How do you feel about it? Okay, so your opinion different than mine. Like, you have to be grown up to have a conversation that people don't want to have.
Yeah,
you gotta have those conversations. We said that on a couple shows back. You gotta have these conversations. Because when you gonna have them? When you already married and then y'all hollering and screaming at each other because y'all don't agree?
What's commitment to y'all? Like, I think commitment is different. It means something different to every person. Or how it's shown. So, like,
I mean,
I
feel. I mean, me. I'm kind of a traditionalist in that point of view, where I feel like a commitment means that we're both on the same page as to where our relationship is going, in terms of if we're in this to be just having fun and hanging out, or if we're in this to create a real relationship that's going to blossom into marriage, or if we're in this, you know, wherever it's going, or somewhere in the middle. I mean, I've been in situationships, I've been in relationships, I've been in, you know, I was married before at one time. So there's all these different ways of being in a situation that you have to have that conversation, you know. And I think when you, you know, and I mean, unless you're going to be in a committed one-on-one monogamous relationship, I think that it doesn't matter what the label is. I don't think labels are important if you're not going to be, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, and all that kind of stuff. If you're not going that direction, then I don't think it's important to have a label, because I think it's at that point you're not really committed unless you're going that direction. You know, I think you're just kind of you're committed to not being committed. You know what I mean? So I think it's all about the direction. You know, and so long as everybody's on the same page of what direction you're going in, then I think that's when you've made a commitment to where you're going. And then if you're going to be married, you know, or if you're going to be growing the relationship towards that, then that's a real, true one-on-one commitment. But if you're like, hey, we just out here and we just happen to like each other's company, and we just gonna be chilling when we have the chance to be together to chill, and whatever it leads to, we let it lead that way. If you're just doing that, then that's what you're doing, and so long as nobody's feelings gonna be hurt over it, go for it. But that's up to the two people that's involved.
Okay. And make sure both of them are involved. Like, you can't have one person. Make sure that communication is open. Like, are we in a relationship or are we just having fun? Like, one person can be in a relationship, the other person is out there just wilding.
I've been there.
I had this one individual who I told her from the get-go, I'm not looking for anything right now because I got other plans and goals, so I'm not trying to be tied down. She told one of our friends a couple of months later, how am I treating her? I'm treating her wrong, and we sort of be kicking it. I'm like, nah. Because, truthfully, I had my sights set on somebody else. I mean,
player.
I wasn't going to tell her that. Cause, I wasn't going to tell her that, but I'm just, I told.
You were honest up front.
Yeah, I was honest up front. Like, I got other goals I'm trying to accomplish, which was true. Yeah, but, I wasn't going to tell her, go into detail about it, and I wasn't trying to be a dog about it. So I told her, and she told one of my closest friends, so that talk needs to be had.
I definitely agree.
I mean, cause I can't be committed to something one-sided,
Well, I feel like a commitment for me personally is two people or how many people, because people make other commitments. We have to have the pearl marriages and all the other stuff. Side chicks are like they got commitments with other people too. Anyhow, but commitment is us being loyal to each other, doing like in agreement of we're not going to be dealing with other people, we're not going to be entertaining other people. This is what we're doing in line to us being in a relationship. This is what we're doing, and the goal is relationship. And if it makes it further than that, that's great. But that's where the commitment for me lies. You have to always be communicating with each other, and understanding that we're on the same page. We can't. I want to be on page 5 and you on page 21. We need to be on the same page together, reading from the same book and understanding, and always have a communication, and just understand that we're in this together.
I definitely agree. I like the book analogy. I was about to use a book. I'm about to use a book analogy as well.
Go right in.
You feel me? No, I'm serious. It's like with me, I want a female to love me for me, be committed to me, and of course she's gonna get the same. But I know it doesn't. I'm an open book, but I'm not an easy read. So you're not just about to, even though I'm opening a book, you're not just about to get me. You understand? I understand that. I know how I am. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not about to get me off top. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some getting used to. And if she get used to it, that's how I know. And she still rock with me, and she's still there, all right, I can see she committed. And that commitment right there gained my loyalty. And then once I'm loyal, I'm loyal to you. Until you give me a reason not to be. So that's why it's a commitment first. You commit to me, I commit to you, then you will forever have my loyalty. Because I know you love me for me, flaws and all.
Yes. Somebody love my ass. That's amazing, because I know I'm just
exactly.
I think I'm pretty lax, but at the same time I'm very guarded, and not even the guy I'm dating now. I know sometimes he wants to just shake me like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" We have several discussions about me and my shit. But because I have to apologize, but and that's I have to apologize a lot, because I know I care, but I can also give off the I don't give a fuck type of attitude. But deep down, you have to know me enough to know that I actually give a fuck about you. I really like you. And that's important, because sometimes I can be really hot and cold, and then, I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus. I can't help it. And on top of that, I'm a female. So, my way or the highway. And I have to, and I know for me personally, you talk to somebody who has single for a very long time and was absolutely okay with it. And so when you get like that, you kind of get stuck in your ways, and you have to kind of learn to you have to compromise. And it's not necessarily compromising. It's just understanding that if you're going to be trying to be out here in this dating world and date people, you have to be open. And I am very guarded in a lot of ways, and I know that, you know, who want to deal with a hard ass female, like, you know. So, and if anybody know me, they know what type of person I am. I'm an asshole, you know. I'm petty, you know, shit like that. So I have to kind of not necessarily I don't want to have to lose myself, but I have to understand that if I wanted it to be a we, I can't just be acting like it's my show and I run it, you know. So I have to allow people to be who they are, huh?
I see you right.
No, disagreeing.
Right.
Yeah, disagreeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to piggyback something off Damon said with his situation. But I've been in a situation like that before, to where it may seem like it contradicts what I just said, but it doesn't. Like what Damon said, I'm serious. So I said, yeah. So I said about if a woman shows me that she's committed to me, that she down with me, she love my flaws and all, then I commit to her. Now, it may be somebody that I've dealt with in the past listening, or may listen to this, and they, you know, and I could think of a specific female, and she was like, you know, she told me she loved me, she fell in love with me, but, you know, like Damon said, before we got into it, I told her, I'm not looking for no relationship. You know what I mean? I just got out of one. That's not what I'm looking for. You know, time goes by, not a long time, and before that's when she hit me with that, well, I'm in love with you, this, that, and the third. But in my mind, I'm like, you don't even know me well enough to be in love with me. You understand? Like, you're committing to something that you think you know, but you don't.
That happens.
Exactly. You feel me? So I could have rolled with that. You feel me? I could have used that. I could have took advantage of that situation. A lot of men would.
Yeah.
Especially if they was out a lot. If I could, yeah. So like I had to tell her, like, listen, you know, I understand. You know, I respect where you're coming from, but you don't love me like you think you do. You're not in love with me like you think you are. Because you don't know me like you think.
And you're not in love with them. That's why I think people forget too. You can love somebody and not be in love with them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are two separately complete things, and people miss that so much.
I mean, I think we created it. I think we made it into two separate things. I really don't think it's two separate things.
It is, because I can love you as my friend, like really love you and give a fuck about you and care about your well-being and everything. Like genuinely love you as a person, and that I fuck with you like I love the shit out of you. But I'm not in love with you. Like, being in love with somebody is that you like all the way in there, like y'all, like you in there. Like, it's different than I can say that I love my friends. I'm not in love with them, but I love the shit out of them. That's two separate things, and I think that people forget that, because I know in this situation, like kind of similar but a little bit different. This guy I dated when in high school, we linked up after a little while after I had my daughter. I had ran into him, and we ended up trying to date again. And I loved him, but I wasn't in love with him. But he was head over heels in love with me. And I had to tell him, like, and we had a conversation one day, and he was hurt by what I said to him. But I had to be honest, because I knew that you could tell that boy was in love with me. Like, nothing, I could do something fucked up, and it just, he would twist it like, no, that's not what you meant. See, you know, I love her. Like, you know, just, anything I did was just, I couldn't do no wrong in his eyes at all. And one day we had to have a conversation, and I said, listen, I had to break up with him. I was like, I can't really do it. He was like, why? And I said, because, like, you really love me, and I'm not there. Like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, and I need you to, like, I don't want, like, I feel like it's not right. It's not fair. Like, you're already there, and I'm, like, not there at all. So it's just fucked up, and like, you need somebody that's gonna love you the way that you love me, and I'm not there. And as much as it hurt me to say that to him, because I knew how he felt, I had to. But I think that people do, like, I think it is two completely separate things, and I think that people mix up the two. or you could be in lust with people. Like people be thinking they're in love, but they not.
Yeah, I
really
think
in love,
that's
they in love.
I think that's a difference. I think lust and love is different. Being in love.
No, lust and love is different because I could say right now on this
That's what I
podcast
said.
live
That's what I
in the
said.
air, I love you and Willie to death. Like I love y'all. Like I love the shit out of y'all. Am I in love with any one of y'all? No, but I love the fuck out of y'all. If you need me to be there for you and I could be there, I'm in there like swimwear. I will be there for you. That's because I got love for you, and I love you that much that I will be there if you needed me to be there. But I'm not in love with y'all. That's two separate things.
That's just saying. Yeah, I love you, but I don't want to be in no relationship with you.
Like I love my sister. I love my sister. I'm not trying to be in love with their asses. They're my sister.
Nah, see, I'm in love with my brothers and sisters. You feel me? I'm in love with them. Like
I'm in love with my children.
Like, you feel me? Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, relationships different. Everybody got different relationships.
Everybody got.
I'm in love with. Yeah, like with me. When you talk about my brothers and sisters and my daughter, my mom, like I'm in love with them. You feel me? I'm in love. Like there's no, there's no hierarchies. Every relationship is different as well between them, but I'm in love with them. Just like I would be in love with my wife. You feel me? To me, that's all.
But you love me.
I understand. Yeah, but
you don't. No, he said that.
I love you, but I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with you. You feel me? Oh snap! I mean, that's not a bad thing. Everybody not meant to be in relationships. I think that's how we try to let it down easy. You know what I mean? Instead of just being blunt, like, yeah, I love you as a human being. I don't want, as a friend, I want this friendship, but me and you can't be in a relationship together. Like that's different. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, when you start talking about relationships, but like I can never put, a friend on the same level as my mom.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't care how close that friend is. You'll never be my mom or my father. You feel me? For me to even put you, I mean? I feel like I'm disrespecting them. And for any of my friends to even think they would be on that level, you disrespecting me and them.
That's like my kids. Nobody. I mean, I love a man, but I love my children. Like if we talk about numbers, they first priority, bro. So I mean, just like any man that's gonna be with me, you got to know that my kids are the top. And if I'm with you and you have kids, they just the kids before you too. Like your kids running over you, the children first. Then you.
And that's what
you know what I think. I think we're showing here is that even love has levels, right? Because some people and love has different interpretations because some people have different. Because like I personally I understand where Clint's coming from. But I wouldn't use that term that I'm in love with my mom and my sister, right? Because I have a different interpretation. Everybody has their own interpretations about things. And I think that's what's important is understanding that with the person that you're supposed to be either getting into a relationship with or whatever so that you can be on the same page on how that person feels and what they mean and how they mean it, right? Because the thing is like you said, I think both of y'all said, or actually all four of us have said it, is that people, they have to be on the same page and understand and discuss these things and have these conversations, these hard topics, but then have some understanding behind it, right? Because just because I don't agree with the terminology doesn't mean I don't agree with the sentiment. I definitely agree with the sentiment, and I definitely agree or understand why he's saying it. So just because I would probably never use it that way doesn't mean that I think he's wrong. I just think that he's just using it differently than I do, or that I'm just doing it differently than he does, or that maybe I just have a different way of looking at it, a different viewpoint. Like Sunny says that she would put her kids before her man. There's women that would say the other way around, right? They would be like, oh no, my husband comes before my kids, and vice versa. So there's so many nuances to human beings. We are human, right? And we all have our own feelings and our own thought processes. I mean, I tell people that all the time. It's like you can't control what people think. You can only try to understand. You can only try to empathize, right? Because the thing is that as soon as you try to control or direct people to do certain things a certain way, usually either they'll lash out or they'll be against you, because the thing is you can't control people. It's not natural. It's not natural for them to be controlled. So we have to be able to understand or empathize, and then either if you want to persuade, that's one thing, because I mean now my interest is piqued as to the thought process that would make Clint say that. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, I've never have ever said that like that, right? And now I'm interested because I want to know. So that's a persuasion, right? He's not going to ever convince me by forcing me to do it, right? But if maybe if I understand, maybe I'll change on my own cognizance to say, yeah, you know what, I agree now. Based on what he said, this is how I feel now too. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line, we have to be able to have that conversation and be able to have that understanding, and then that way maybe we'll get on the same page, right? So
yeah, exactly.
I wanted to make a comment to Sonny and Clint, what they said, because Clint has never proposed, he said, and Sonny wanted to know about the time frame. I say the time frame when I found out that my wife then was my girlfriend, when I felt in love with her, like when I can be with her. She had did something to gain my confidence and trust in her, where she had my back, and I knew she had my back. I'm not going to go into details and the circumstances, but when I felt that connection, like she really had my back, I wanted to be with her. Like, okay, I can be down with her. I can, go the long haul with her. Ride or die. So to answer that question, I mean, everybody's that way, where they have to have that, that what's that thing? What's the word? Confirmation. Because everybody has that, has something different, what they're looking for and what they need in their life. Like, it could be money, it could be security, job security, it can be whatever it is that they need.
Yeah.
So it might take somebody like Clint, like a intellectual person, like to gain, like, whoa, she really gets it. I like her. I could see something like that happening. I could see, Sonny getting put in her place by another dude. Like, oh, he was special in my place. So, I'm just saying, it can happen.
First of all, I try to correct. First of all, I'm okay with people putting me in my place when I'm wrong. I do realize that. At the time, I realized it on my own. Before you said it to me, I know that I'm like I probably like didn't address it at the immediate situation, but you know what? I apologize. I ain't shit. I'm sorry. Like, but that's not like I said, you have to understand the type of and that's why when you date me, you have to understand. Look, I was single for about 12 years. Like, I need you to get that. Like, I was okay with it. Like, I chose to be single because I knew that I had to get me together. And then I said, well, I like being single. I ain't talk to nobody. I ain't got to worry about nobody's feelings and shit like that. Like, I was okay with that. And then I think that sometimes you could be single for so long that you so used to that shit you can't even get right relationship. And like I said, I'm a work in progress. I apologize for, even putting shit together. I got told I was being annoying because I know I'm controlling in certain aspects, and I have to like let people take charge. And I have a problem with that because I'm so used to doing shit on my own. I can't let you take charge. I got to do it my way. But I know that's not right.
I only said that because my mom's, she's just a little bit like you. A little less blunt, but she's a little bit like you. She was independent for so long after my father died. She didn't get married until 5 years ago. I just turned 40 yesterday, and my father's been
happy belated.
Thank you. My father's been dead since I was 9. She just not got remarried 5 years ago.
Wow.
So so. I'm not saying that's what happened to you, but to be single that long, then to get remarried, I mean, that says a lot about a person who's set in their ways and independent. It can't happen.
My situation was, it was like I was in love. I got proposed to. We tried to get pregnant, got pregnant. This nigga married somebody else. So that's what happened to me. So I was like, what? Wait a minute. I don't know what happened, sir. Wait a minute.
This wasn't supposed to go this way.
Like shit just happened.
Right.
So I mean, that's why I knew I had to kind of get myself together, realize it wasn't me, figure out what was going on in our life and figure it out. I had to take a minute, and I did. It was a long ass minute though.
Right.
And just for correction, I still am single. Let me just say that.
Sounds like somebody's not committed. No.
I told. We had that discussion though. We had this discussion in the room. We had that discussion. Like, look, I just need you to know I'm still single, so I need you to figure this shit out because it's go different.
Legally or in your heart. I mean, no, legally or in your heart. That's what I want to know.
Couple things. First, we ain't give out the phone number in a minute.
Yes, it's 657-383-1155.
Yes, I want to join the conversation. Hit that. Hit us up. We are in the after show now.
Yes.
I wanted to piggyback off something what Willie was saying about how he about persuasion. I the way I look about how I say I'm in love with my mom and how I look at it with me just personally, like I said, I never try to get anybody to think like me. But it's like who will you live for and who will you die for? Who will you do both for? I live for my mom. I live for my brothers and sisters. But at the same time, at drop of a dime, I die for them. You did. Like, yeah. Right now. You hear me? On this phone, right now. Boom. For them. Everybody, that's like everybody can't get that.
Right.
Like
true,
I love
true,
you,
true.
but you know what I mean? I'm not about to just lay down my life for you right now. You feel me? Because the people who I really will lay down my life for, or who I want to live for, or who I want to see live, you feel me? They mean more to me.
Right. I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
So, and like my wife, if I was to get married, get in a committed relationship, before, when it's there, when I really find that life partner, should that same feeling to be with her. You feel me? Like everybody can't get that. That's like it's unique. You feel me? So I say, people say in love, like love is love, but it's levels. It's just levels to it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Everybody has their place. I don't expect some of the closest people, some of my closest friends, I don't expect them to just drop everything and put their life on the line for me. That don't mean they don't love me. You feel me? That's just not my place with them. They got kids. They got wives.
So what if your homeboy said, "Man, I'd rather die for you, bro. You in trouble, I'm in trouble. You bucking."
And I got friends like that. I got friends like that, and I got friends I'm like that for as well. I'm gonna keep it 100 right there. That because I done been put in that situation. You feel me? But it was literally life on the line. You understand? Mm-hmm. Life on the line.
Oh, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
And then it's only, bro. That's on. I can't even count on one hand. You feel me? Who I would do that for?
Right.
Who I would do that for? Because I know for a fact that that's who they are, and they would do that for me. See, you can't love somebody a certain way and expect them to love you the same way back. Like you said, we look at love differently. You feel me? Just because, and my boy, he told me this before. He was like, bro, I react like that because that's how I am, or that's how he is. He ready to ride for me because that's in him. That's who he is. You feel me? He don't even expect me to do that for him. You understand? But for the fact that I know that he'll do that for me without even expecting me or wanting me to do that in return for him, and he genuine about it, tried and true, and proven, like he get that same, that's loyalty, that's commitment, that's, you feel me, commitment and loyalty. That ain't just with relationships with the opposite sex. That's with your homies or your girlfriends or whatever. If you're a female,
right?
You know what I mean? So if you know, but like everybody don't get that. Everybody don't get, and then I got friends who I'm just as close with as him, or as I mean them two or three. But I know, it's just not. It's not that. That's different. Right. That's just something different. You feel me? Like, there's no love lost with my other homies. I love them just as much, but that relates. Relationships are different. Certain dudes I'm only walking through that dark alley with.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No matter how cool, how much I got love for you, bro. You can't take this walk with us. You feel me? It's a different walk. Right. You can't take this walk with us. You're not built for this walk.
That's why I take the taxi. Because some people, I can't lay down my life on the line for them. I mean, I'll probably take a beating for them. I mean, if somebody can step on my foot, but lay my life on the line for a lot of people, nah.
Yeah.
My mom, I can still see myself doing, going toe-to-toe for my mom. My brother, wife and kids, life and death. They number one in my life right now. They my first priority when I wake up and go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of understand what Clint said about, I understand what he's saying about that. Yeah, I do agree with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Because one say, I'll be like, well, what about your daughter? What about your daughter? You'll put reason why I say, she number one. But
exactly.
You'll risk your life for your mom.
No.
I know if I die, my mom gonna take care of my daughter. You understand?
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Not that friend, not some random friend that we've been cool. He may not take care. You feel me? He may hop in here and there, but my mom gonna be there day after day till she die. You feel me? She gonna step up.
Like the question I forgot who posed it about putting who first, like wife, mother, daughter. I'll put my daughter first because she hasn't had time to grow up in this world to know things. My wife, she has. My mom, she certainly has because she's older. So I will always put my daughter first. Not because I love them any less, just because she needs to, I love her that much. Where give her a chance, I will put her first. Then
and that's my
wife. That's and my wife, she's my queen. I chose her. Not trying to put mom on a back burner because that's my mom. She gave me life, and
that's
my wife gave me. Yeah, my wife gave me a life. So, and my daughter, and my wife would do the same thing. She would put my daughter first before me, which I would gladly lay on that sword for them. Most people don't get that. Some people got their priorities screwed up, where one of my friends, I'm not going to say who, has an issue with putting men before their kids.
A lot of people like
putting
that.
them out putting them out the house, all types of stuff. Like, you can't be here with him because we trying to have our alone time. But your kid's 13 years old. What are you doing putting them out the house? What the heck is going? Your kids don't thrive on that.
Right. That's showing your character to your kids.
Like Damon said, I 100% agree with you, Damon. Like, if I get married, it'll be my, like how Woody mentioned earlier. If I get married, my wife first. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, me and her, our kids, if we had kids, or even my daughter now, she gonna grow up, leave the nest, and create her own family, and start her own legacy. Even though she's still part of my legacy, but she gotta go start her own family, and what's gonna be left? me and my wife.
Yes.
But the caveat, and then like you said, mom don't get pushed to the back burner, but mom know her role. You feel me? You mom, you got your own life too. You feel me? I always got you, but you know what it is. You know, caveat to that though, you feel me? Like I said, every circumstance. My wife, I want my wife. Something happened to my mom, my wife want to ride with me. You know what I mean? Something happened to her mom, I'm riding with her. We outlet. You know what I mean? You feel me? Like she already gonna understand what's what. I'm already gonna understand what's what. You feel me? Because once we become one, my problems is mine, my problems is hers. That's understood. You feel me? So you know, some people.
Yeah,
I know. I've seen certain relationships to where, you know, the wife or the husband was beefing with the mother-in-law, or you know, and then like nah, I don't want those
but I
issues.
think that depends on because you got some moms that don't want to let go of their kids. At the end of the day, you have to realize as a parent, like you know how it is when you date. You know, you have to basically, even like the person that they're dating, you have to understand that's the person they chose. You can feel how you feel, but you realize that most of the things that happen, like you know, when we were kids, when your mom didn't like so and so, you still like them. So you have to let them learn from themselves. And there's a lot of parents that don't want to let their kids go and want to have a problem with everything. At the end of the day, it's like family members. Like you said, we had a conversation about this before on another podcast about sometimes you need to just realize that it's not about you. It's their relationship. Let them do what they got to deal with. If you caught that person cheating, they still probably going to stay. There's nothing you can do about it. Let them do what they want to do because they like it. If they like it, guess what? I love it. You go ahead and do what you got to do because at the end of the day, nothing of what you does affects me personally, so I'm okay. You like that shit, that's fine. I don't like it. I don't like him or her for whatever reason, and I voice that to you and move on. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be with whoever they want to be with. There's a lot of people that don't want to let go of that, especially parents. Or you got some family members that, I hate your boyfriend. I'm never going to like him. I'm not coming to your wedding. Like, come on, he's doing too much. They're still going to get married to this person. So you have to kind of let go and be like I said, you got to let go. Like I told people, you want to deal with somebody that's been cheating on you for everything, you want to cry boo-hoo, and he did this or she did that, and I still love her. Guess what? I don't want to hear that shit no more. I don't give a fuck if that motherfucker win the fucking mayor election. I don't care. I don't care. They ain't getting my vote. Fuck them and whatever business pictures they doing. I don't care. Like I don't like them. They're dead to me. And move on. You know, that's me. It's like I said, I got a little bit of asshole in me. I don't got time for that shit. I'm not gonna stress out. You don't give a fuck about your own situation. I've had friends I know that got their ass beat by dudes, and they still love them. And I'm like, you know what? You don't give a fuck about your safety. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that shit either. I don't got time for that. Like I'm not gonna stress about whether or not you alive or you okay. Like I did that for years. I'm not doing it no more. I'm done. I've mentally checked out. I can't be stressed out about your situation. You don't give a fuck. So let me go ahead and move on with my life. Let me be great.
Well, did you know our friends?
So those friends I ain't friends with no more. But I'm just saying, like you know, you gotta let go of situations. People hold on to shit that ain't got shit to do with them.
Right. I mean, what's up?
Because I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Loyalty,
okay.
Right? I've seen this meme, and it irks my soul. And it was talking about loyalty. And I see a lot of people repeat this and agree with it. And it says, anger. If anger make you do some disloyal shit, you was never loyal in the first place. My thing is, you know, and people co-signing this and holding this like, yeah, that's what loyalty is. My thing is, what made that person angry enough to do some disloyal shit? In your eyes, were you disloyal first? And if you become disloyal to me, because now we're talking about character and loyalty. See, my character is, once you do something, say me and Willie, we close friends, we loyal to each other. He do some foul shit to me. Now, out of anger, I truly do feel like I got the right to do some foul shit back.
You feel
Too
me?
long gonna make it right. I'm just saying.
I was about to say I don't mind eye for eye. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? I don't mind that. But also my character is dependent on what. See, now you just let me know who you is. I don't gotta deal with you no more. I don't gotta do no disloyal shit back to you. Your disloyalty shows everybody see it. You gotta explain that. I don't. You feel me? I don't.
Yeah,
so my character is. I just step away.
Yeah. I look at that one I look at it from both ways. I think what you're saying is valid. Is definitely valid. I think people aren't thinking to that extent, right? You know, I think they're talking about just the situations that people get in. That people get into.
People think
that.
Loyal, I'm sorry, Willie, but people think loyalty is two separate things. Like, you could not agree with somebody and they say, "Oh, you're not being loyal." Like, so you gotta, people like with loyalty, people define it differently.
Yeah. I mean, because I know, I see what you mean. Yeah, because some people feel like loyalty means that no matter what, you're gonna always either agree with them or ride with them, no matter what they're doing, regardless if it's wrong or right.
You're wrong.
Yeah. Versus loyalty being loyal to the person's better to their best interest. Like I could be loyal to your best interest, but I can still call you out on your shit, right? I can still call you out and be like, look, bruh, you're not doing right. You ain't doing this. And then somebody might say, well, you're being disloyal. Like, no, I'm not being disloyal. I'm trying to help you be a better person because I'm loyal to your best interest.
I'm being a real friend.
I'm being a real friend, exactly, and that's what people miss the point. They do miss that point, you know. But I think that some people also, you know, I mean, because I've seen plenty of memes and things, and I feel you on that part of it, Clint, where you thought it through, you thought it all the way through, but people sometimes jump on something not thinking it through or not thinking about it from both sides, you know, because like bottom line, like I've had a chick that posted memes about me. Because we were in at the end of a relationship where she was mad, and so she posting stuff. And, you know, she know I can see it, and so she posting stuff to like side eye me, right? And I'm like, bruh, like, okay, so now you got people liking it and co-signing with you, and it's like that's fine that you put it in a way where it made you look good, but I know the truth, and I know that from my perspective, this is BS. You know what I mean? But people don't see it from both sides. They're seeing it from the one side, or they're hearing one side of the story. You know, like I've had a situation where, you know, somebody's done something where I felt like they were kind of making me look like the bad guy, and I'm like, look, I'm the hurt one in this situation. You know what I mean? So it's always something when it comes to people perception, right? You know, and people always, you know, either they'll go with the general vision of it or the general side of it versus looking at all perspectives of it, or at least a couple of perspectives to say, you know what, let's critical think this and realize what this person is really getting at versus, or what this thing is really getting at versus, you know, just this one-sided scope of it or this one-sided view of it.
Yeah, everybody has a different agenda when you first start off in a relationship with somebody. You know, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. You know, any relationship has, what can I get out of this relationship that we have? You know, that's the most important thing. Everybody got to realize that you have an agenda when you befriend somebody. They either have something that you want that you can use, or you know. Or you have something they want. It could be, you know, mutual friendship. That's how it starts. I don't want to put my business out in the air. I'll probably tell y'all this off air. But me and my wife, ex-wife, toward the end of our marriage, I posted this on Facebook. I asked them, who are you more loyal to? Really religious people. Are you more religious? Are you more loyal to God and listening to His word, or are you more loyal to your friends who are going against God's word? So that's the question you have to ask yourself. You know, who are you more loyal to? Is it because they're your best friend and you're gonna ride and die with them, like Clint said, through thick and thin, even though they're wrong? Or are you gonna go like, hey, you're not right by doing this, and tell them no, they need to get their act right, or X, Y, and Z is gonna happen.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but we gotta get ready to wrap this show, guys.
I just got here.
I know.
Hold on.
That's what happens when you're having a good conversation. It goes by so quickly, and it's like, wait,
Right.
Shout out to Stephon Clark, brother. You feel me? He's been, hey, we talked last week before the show ended, we mentioned Stephon Clark. I'm gonna mention him again. Shout out to his brother. Everybody want his brother to shut up. Cause he making everybody uncomfortable. I want to say Stephon, he making everybody uncomfortable. White folks, black folks, make everybody uncomfortable because they need to see that we living uncomfortable. We are uncomfortable out here. You feel me? I will say his name repeatedly, Stephon Clark, brother.
I thought we definitely had Jesse Williams for.
Hmm.
I thought that's why we had Jesse Williams to make white people uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, he ain't doing it.
You gotta make them uncomfortable all the time from all sides.
Yeah. You feel me?
For everywhere, for every direction, exactly.
Yep. I was so happy what he did on the Don Lemon show. I seen that. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, a lot of black people was like, you're making a mockery. Look, nah, that boy hurt. How he don't. You can see the emotions going through him. Like, you know what I mean? He don't know which way to react sometimes. It's just he all over the place. I like how he went into the city council meeting. Say his name. You feel me? Say his name. Shut down the city council meeting. You feel me? You may not agree with him, but I'm glad. I may not agree with everything he said or doing, but he making everybody uncomfortable. So I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. Y'all want to give out your info?
Agent D-Lo 21 at, what was it? Agent, I got my Twitter handle. Agent 21 D-Lo, something like that. You know what? It's been a minute since I've been on there. You know what? It's one of the other posting, y'all. Y'all can find it.
Right. Go look for it.
I don't know what the hell that shit is. It's something.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's there.
Go ahead.
Man, y'all can hit me up on my blog. Y'all already know at kingstruth.com. Instagram at kingstruth609. Snapchat at kingstruth.
It's your boy Willie Styles. Get at me at Willie Styles everywhere. WillieStyles.info for WillieStyles.info for all my links. AskWillieStyles.com. Damon is fooling. AskWillieStyles.com for my blog, and you will not find Damon's Twitter anywhere on any of those sites. So,
Yes, and the best person the only person you actually care about is me. I am Sunny_D, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I know I don't post on those a lot, but still follow my ass. I don't give a fuck. My blog is unreservedlyme.com. Check that out. Check out our website, gftradioshow.com. Check out us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, YouTube. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. Cop some merchandise. Hold on, shush. Cop some merchandise on teesprings.com/stores/GFT Radio. What you say, Clint? I'm sorry. I just yelled at you.
All right. Regularly check our website out, gftradio.com, because we're going to put the link for Sunny GoFundMe page for a new laptop.
First of all, let me tell you something about my laptop. I apologize for the beginning of the show. But, like, don't do that to me. Don't do that.
I think the show's over, guys. I think the show's over.
Sugar CD don't work no more.